we're going into the last set of games for top 8. We have Moone versus Crimson. Moone versus Crimson. We have game 1 here. We have no Raichu. We have Raichu, but no Koko, right? So Raichu, Ogre, Stakataka, and the Rayquaza versus Amoongussr. I think this is the first Amoongussr we've seen all tournament, right? This is the first Xern we've seen since like the second round. So there was a sneaky Xerneas that got into top 8. So Xerneas, Rayquaza, Amoonguss, and Incineroar. Who do you think wins this one? If you had to guess on paper.
On paper?
Yeah, who do you think has the advantage here? Just judging by like what we see the leads being right now. It's obviously Raichu Ogre versus Redirection Xern.
I think Redirection Xern has an advantage here.
The only thing that I could see being a problem is like it's Redirection Xern, right? But all you have to do from there is switch in your Staka and you punish. And so unless the Ray is packing like Earth Power or something like that, even if it is Redirection Xern, it's going to be really, really hard for that board, even with a +2 Xerneas. If all they're really rocking is that +2 Xerneas, unless the Rayquaza has Earth Power or something like that, Incineroar and Amoonguss are going to struggle breaking the Staka. So we're going to see it. We're going to go into game 1. And let's see. No Dawn Wings? Is this the right game? I know, right? This has been the Dawn Wings show. Dawn Wings is dominating this whole tournament. So we're going to see who wins this one, though. I'm down to see some Xerneas. It's been a hot minute since we've seen some. So we see Koko. Not Koko. I keep seeing... Koko is the word you put with Raichu. We see Raichu, Ogre, fast fake out speed tearing. We can also even see like a Protect Xern, hard switch in, like Incineroar. Like we could totally see that to reset the fake out. I don't think we will. Yeah. I think we're going to see a double Protect from the Xerneas side. That way, and then you can just go like redirect Geo. But we're going to see. I don't know how fast this Ogre is. There's been so many.
Okay, so Xerneas is going to pop out. We're going to switch into Ray.
That is some dangerous stuff right now, right? That is danger. Danger, Will Robinson. I mean, one thing we know about Moone's Raichu is he loves to go for Nuzzle. And I would love... Oh, is he Rage Powdering and hard switching in Ray? That's fake out, okay. Potentially breaking Sash. We don't know about Moonguss's item just yet. You have some bits. Elwithrad says, y'all doing such a great job. I appreciate it. Trying our best right now as we see Mega Ray activating... I don't know if I agree with this, because when I'm playing, right, with Ray, I want to save my Mega to be able to reset the Ogre weather, which is the reason why I switched it in the first place. So let's see if he actually is rocking Earth Power. There is the Earth Power, so he did need a Mega to gain that boost, and it's Shuka Berry. Shuka Berry.
Okay.
So that would have KO'd. Are we going to see a Trick Room right here, or is Amoonguss going to go for a Spore? I think Amoonguss might even be Sporing. So Rayquaza is going to get
see the
paralyzed.
Nuzzle on the Ray.
I wonder if I would totally Spore into that Staka slot. That's smart. He double targeted it, expecting either the switch or the Shuka Berry or Sash. Yeah. So great targeting. Great targeting from Moone. Sorry, not Moone. Crimson. I'm getting both players mixed up. Moone is the Raichu player.
Moone was on the other side last time.
Yep. So here we go. We're gonna see the Rayquaza switch in. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you, right? Second Nuzzle.
All right.
Are we going to put some RNGs up? RNG's about to be popping off here. Rayquaza's going to go for an Earth Power. That ain't it today. And Amoonguss is paralyzed. I hate to see it. I think... Oh, man, that would have been a... He tried to hit the Raichu. So, even if it was safety goggles, it would have been KO by Earth Power. Yeah, no, that was a great double target a couple turns ago. That was a great nuke into the Staka slot. Because remember, once you get the Staka like that low, even Xerneas can come in and do a lot of work. So, if you're Crimson, if you're thinking about it here, you want to try and sit at a way that you can actually like come in and like make your Xern work. A little bit of a sloppy switch in from Moone, I think, because right now you're resetting your Ogre's weather. Yeah. I don't know if I'm down for that per se, but maybe he wanted that up in case like something was coming in, but it's just hard to say. Like I don't know if I'd play it that way. I don't think that the 5% boost on Earth Power into the Amoonguss is worth like losing my Ogre's weather. So we'll see. Amoonguss is paralyzed 2 turns in a row.
Second turn in a row.
Never lucky. I think Amoonguss is going to switch. Oh, 3rd turn in a row. He went for a Rage Powder or a Protect there.
Okay.
And DA. All right. Let's just give him the benefit out and say he was Rage Powdering. So, like, mission accomplished, right?
Yeah.
But, like, remember there, since you Mega Evolve with that Ray, even if your Ogre's pack an Ice Beam, you'd have been much better off just not Megaing, being able to Ice Beam this guy straight away. So, like, yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay, I would say, going for the Mega Ray that turn. Like, because Ray's going to be able to live it, whereas before he wouldn't. We're going to see a Dragon Scent. Looks like he's not parried. I would say either of these targets are great targets to hit, but we don't know how bulky or strong that Assault Vest Ray is. Looks like it's strong enough, so it looks like it's probably full attack bulk vest is what I would have to assume. Like full attack HP vest. And this looks like it's a pretty decent situation for Xerneas to come out in, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, it's Incinerate. That's even better. Because, like, you can chill. You can totally chill here. Huh. Alright. So there is a Xerneas in the back, though. So I think you gotta, like, really get that Ogre off the board. I wonder if he's gonna go for the golden oldie play of Fake Out Ray, so then you could Encore. Oh, he's not. Wow. Alright. Water Spout. Oh, my goodness. The damage!
Here we go.
And that probably could have KO'd if you had water up.
Yeah.
You never know. Ray was at
Again,
-1 defense.
weather...
Oh, they're right. Pika Trader says that Ray was at -1 defense. That's totally possible. We'll see, though. Xerneas is on the board. Xerneas is active. It's obviously going to get nuzzled this turn. So let's see how this plays out. I think you might want to actually just go for... Do you just Decleam and pray?
I think so.
Let's see if he gets his Geo off, and let's see if he's actually faster than that Ogre before we change everything. And the thing about it is, you're Geoing, right? You can just get Encored into the Geo, right?
Yeah, that's a risk.
So that's like, I was like, you kind of have to just pull the trigger and attack. Now we'll see. Like, this is Raichu's, like, Raichu just wants to be here 24/7.
This is its dream.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe this is actually happening.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, like, everyone has to take that big loss to, like, Encore plays at least once, right? So let's see. Origin Pulse coming out. He thought he actually predicted the Moonblast, looks like, as well. O-Pulse is enough to kill the Incineroar. If that would have missed, I'm sure the Incineroar's attack was going right into that Raichu. A big U-turn or a big Flare Blitz or something. So it changes the game, but Ogre's going to protect. He's doing this... I don't know really why. I don't think you have to. What? No Encore?
Oh,
well, that's why he's protecting.
Maybe he doesn't have Encore?
Yeah, if he doesn't have Encore, that's the play. And the Para. Oh my gosh. This is... How many Para? Is this a third or fourth Para we've seen?
I believe that's the third one in the game.
And if we see Decleam here, like, I'm not going to lie, like, what is it? Crimson has shots to win this one. He really does. Another Para. Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Wow. And he just scoops.
Yeah.
What? You can still Decleam. You won't get KO'd, but... that's an early scoop. That's a salt scoop, I think. Right?
That's, yeah. I mean, fool me. Get me paralyzed too many times in a row. I just want to move to the next game.
We're going into game 2. You hated how that last one ended. So many paras, right? And let's see. Raichu, Ray, Staka, Ogre. For same 4 from Crimson. He's like, I'll be fine as long as I don't just get never lucky.
Yeah. As long as I don't get paralyzed 4 times in a game. This will go
five times. And he's, you know what, he's like, you know why he probably ran? He's like, you know what? I just didn't want you to crit me on top of it. Apple Fritter says, am I going to do this for Sword and Shield? Hopefully. We'll hopefully be able to do this for Sword and Shield. I don't see a reason why we couldn't do it right now.
Yeah, there should be replay codes and whatnot.
Where Pikachu has fallen, Raichu has risen. That's right, yo. Papa Raichu has the back. Let me actually mess with this for just a moment. There we go. Perfect. So, Amoonguss Xerneas. Like, Redirection Xern. It can be the truth, the justice, the pseudo-American way. It looks like Raichu doesn't have Encore, though. Right?
Yeah, that was surprising.
I mean, I think nowadays people like to run Raichus a lot more like Togemarus. And Togemarus, while they can get Encore, they've opted to cut the Encore a lot. So we'll see. I mean, the thing about this situation is, Raichu's obviously going for a Fake Out, but then the Geomancy... Oh, man. Because, like, at this situation, you can just Spore the Amoonguss and just go to town. Right?
Yeah.
Or just like Rage Powder. I think you
really,
still Spore.
I think you're in control here.
Actually, the Raichu has a Sash, doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Did we see a Sash?
I think we saw a Sash. We'll see, though. Yep, Sash is up.
Okay. It's just so safe you know you can't get Encore, you know?
Yeah, but then you get Nuzzled, right? Nuzzle into the Amoonguss. Was there a Rage Powder that popped?
Wait, was
Spore.
there?
No, he actually just hit the
Spore.
Amoonguss. I think he thought that there was going to be a Protect play from the Xern that turn.
Yeah.
So I think actually he got in his own head a little bit. But at this point, yo. Let's see. Barbarian says, you think you'll be able to get some content with that Brelum team? I want more of it. It's not my team. So I'm not. Y'all can. I'm gonna make a video of it, like that top 8 game.
Yeah. From Rocket
Yeah.
Moon.
Elithrad says, I think we've seen the whole moveset, right? T-Bolt, Fake Out, Protect, and Nuzzle. Yeah, Raichu has Protect, I think.
Yeah, but like, why doesn't it have Encore?
I mean, not everyone is as woke as we are.
Well, like, what else does it do against the Geomancy? Like,
Nuzzle.
that's not an answer.
I mean, it was in the first game.
I guess.
Oh man, +2 Xern, full HP. Rayquaza's staring down the Ogre, hasn't even megaed yet, so it's gonna be able to turn off the Ogre Rain whenever it feels like it. This is a hard wall right now. This is a hard wall. Let's see.
Take away that ring.
It's a big ask to drop Protect on a Sashmon. Wait. No. I don't run Protect on a lot of my Sashmons. The Sash is the Protect.
Yeah.
Right? The Sash is the Protect. There's a Wide Guard. I actually think this turn you just dump truck that I think you're Moonblasted. There we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Wide Guard is I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But like, that's the play. Like, we have the Earth Power. We know there's a Shuka, but that Staka is not at full. So like, Rayquaza can totally come in here, totally get off the board. No
gone.
TRs, no anything like that. And Shuka Berry, never even heard of it. You know one Pokemon that I think is really underrated? See, it's not like it's regular Staka, but shiny Staka. Do you know what color it is?
It's pink, isn't it?
It's gold.
Oh, yeah. Shiny Staka is gold.
It's the Yellow Brick Road. All right, so we're going to see another Rayquaza come in here. But at this point, now you just click the D-Gleam button. We're going to see... I actually think the correct play here is to run. I think the correct play here for Moon would be to run. Because at this point, you're showing if you have E-Speed or not, right? You might want to use that to... If you don't E-Speed, you know, show you don't have it or force your opponent to show it. But it could be... You could be showing if your Rayquazas are speed tying here. And I don't think that's the play. You've already shown Sash, so there's no reason for Rayquaza to do anything. See, there's the D-Gleam, you know? Like, so no one did anything with the E-Speeds. And that's the right play, you know? There's absolutely no reason to force yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Rayquaza lived. He's showing Vest. You know? Like, that's not the play. I feel like at that game, you got to kind of take the hard L, right?
Yeah, when you're looking at game 3.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. See, like, what if that comes back to bite him? Sometimes, you know, I'm all for, like, staying in and trying your best, but your best bet in that situation might have just been to scoop it and save that vital information for game 3. Yeah, I disagree with that. That's staying in that game, right? You would have totally ran, right?
Yeah, I would have run at that point. Going into game 3, like, it's more important to keep that information private. Because yeah, your item is hugely important.
So you gotta look at every time you're playing Pokemon. You don't want to look at what your team actually does, because your opponent does not have that info a lot of the time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You got to look at what your opponent thinks your team does, right? You got to look at that. So,
but I mean, Sash on Pikachu could be assumed generally, right?
Sash on Raichu, you mean?
Yeah,
I guess. But you know, maybe he was playing it like a Togomari with a vest, and now that the vest was on the Ray, you know, it's like I feel like all these Pokemon have their items shown, right? So Raichu has the sash, right? I think Koko's Z move, if I remember correctly. Stakataka Shuka Berry and the Ogre's Primal versus Crimson is using I think also a vested Ray, but the Incineroar and Feeny probably are holding berries, but we don't know. And the Xerneas has the herb. Looks like no Amoonguss this game. Looks like no Amoonguss. Let's go into game 3, guys. This is game 3. Both these players are 1 apiece. Only one of them will make it to the top 4. Who do you guys want to see move on? Who do you guys want to see move on? Actually, one thing to note, it's Koko, Raichu, what was it? It was Koko, Raichu, Ogre, and what was the other Pokemon that Moon brought? What was it?
Staka?
Staka? He didn't bring his Ray. Maybe it was because he showed its item. You never know. That stuff could come back to bite you. But Feeny taking away this terrain is huge. It's huge. And we're going to see immediate Mega Rayquaza. I don't know if Mega Rayquaza eats a Fairy Z from Koko. We'll see. He might need a nuzzle for his trouble. I expect fake out this turn. Volt switch.
I imagine he might. Okay.
He's not fake outing with Raichu either.
Then it'll pop out and reset that terrain later.
And he has to be fake out. He has to be nuzzling this Ray, right? Now let's see.
Yeah.
Ogre switch in here is really, really good because you can nuzzle the Ray, and the next turn you Thunderbolt Water Spout. That should actually KO a Feeny if you can actually get through this turn at full. We might see an Icy Wind on Feeny too.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, there's a couple things that could still happen this turn. There's the Earth Power right into the Raichu. Remember, he outspeeds Raichu, but Raichu has that Sash.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see it. Nuzzle.
So we can see the nuzzle.
I would say this is still all going to Moone's sort of strategy, right?
Yeah.
That was the correct target. Actually, that might even be better because like Kyogre's at full right now. And it looks like we're going to see... Is that a light screen?
Yeah. So light screen's pretty good.
Oh my goodness. The board is like Ogre, Raichu, Koko. That light screen's huge. Is that Koko switching in? He has to. He has to reset the terrain so he can start using his Raichu correctly. Wow. Electric Terrain is back. Makes it so Raichu can start nuzzling everything because like you need that speed control.
Yeah. That's
and there's
huge.
a spout, but...
It's like light screened.
Yeah, like... Feeny don't care. Nature's Madness. Water Spout, never even heard of it. I actually think you should have hit the Raichu with that. Because the Raichu actually would have been KO'd by that. Because it was at 1. You know, you can't half 1. It actually does KO. Super Fang, Nature's Madness, those do KO. And I think you could have actually taken that turn to Dragon's Ascent the Kyogre slot. It probably would have done more damage. But I think the Nature's Madness would have been a lot better if, like, he switched out the Raichu for, like, something that was, like, the Stalka. Nature's Madnessing a Stalka. Actually, no, he did it right. I'm trying to be greedy, right? That's just me trying to be greedy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyways. Rayquaza will go down to the Ice Beam. And Feeny's going to Scald Feeny! Oh, dude, you don't see that as often. Boosted by the rain. Do we get a burn? Survey says. No burn and a Trick Room. He's Trick Rooming. Remember, his last Pokemon is Raichu. In the rain. Sorry, in the Surge Surfer boost. This could go either way. Fake Out's reset. Oh man, I think the Ogre has to start praying for some crits. And remember, I think there's still a Xerneas in there somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, Xerneas is just chilling in the back.
I wonder if you see the Nature's Madness. I want to see it. He Trick Roomed and he sets his... That's a weird play. This is really weird. He's going to Fake Out to block. He's going to... Oh man. I don't even know how this one's going down, right? This is a very weird situation because, like, you just send the Stalker back out. I guess he got around the Intimidate and he got around the Fake Out.
Yeah.
But he wasted, like, 2 turns of his Trick Room.
That Raichu, like, going down is, I think that was Crimson's whole goal.
So let's see. Not going for Rock Slide, going for a Gyro Ball. Big damage into Feeny, but he procs the Berry. I think you actually had to go for Rock Slide that turn. And get the flinch on the Feeny. I think that was your biggest opportunity there. And he goes for a U-turn. He's slow. He set the Trick Room, and now he's losing to it. Right? He pretty much made his Raichu useless. I mean, it's obviously an Origin Pulse that's coming out here, right? It might be a Scald, but it should be an Origin Pulse. Let's see how much damage it does to Xern.
Yeah.
I don't think you Water Spout here.
No.
Yeah, there's the Scald from Feeny. It's going to KO the stock. I think you had to go for the Rock Slide. I think you had to Rock Slide there and just pray for the flinch instead of the Gyro and hope they don't have a Berry, right? That's the item that the Feeny has. There's the OP.
Always.
And it looks like RNG, remember on the first game, Moone had all the RNG, 5 paras. And in this game, it looks like RNG is forsaking him. A second light screen goes up. Feeny doesn't want any part of this. Man. And another... Oh, there's the hacks have forsaken you.
Just gonna dodge. Yeah.
Xerneas is gonna pop in it. This is the last turn TR, or maybe like the next turn is you just protect and then you rinse and repeat. Man, Xerneas, I can't. That's how you play Xerneas, guys.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to win with Xerneas at the start. Xerneas can come in late game.
Win with fit of the end.
Oh man, Xerneas, so good. Are you a fan of the shiny Xerneas or regular Xerneas?
I like a regular Xerneas.
I like regular Xerneas. Shiny Xerneas is a little bit too extra, I feel.
Yeah.
But Xerneas is gonna protect. This is the last turn of TR. And let's see what Ogre's actually going to be going for. Feeny underspeeds, goes for a second Nature's Madness. So we see Nature's Madness, Scald, Light Screen. We don't know what's last move. What do you think it is? Protect maybe, or Icy Wind? Probably Icy Wind. But we'll see, yep. Rinse and repeat it. Ogre, not today. Moone started off this top 8 so strong. I would say Moone was one of the favorites to win this whole tournament, right? With how, like...
Yeah.
Perfect that Koko Raichu play was in rounds 3 and 4, but you know, not everyone, like obviously the Feeny just came in and put a stop to that. So like I said, that was the last set of games for top 8. It looks like Crimson and Xerneas are going to be moving on.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It could be an Icy Wind. We're talking about the Feeny.
It could have been Icy Wind.
He's playing someone who's actively setting up a Trick Room, so generally, you know.
Yeah, obviously you're not going to Icy Wind against that. But yeah. So Feeny, wow, that was some Koko Chew. Great shout outs to Moone. Great player. Just unfortunate set of events. I mean, you can't call that anything other than like an outplay. I feel like on paper, the Kyogre, like Koko Chew Staka team should have been able to beat the Zern Ray, but great play. And it might have actually come down to the extra additional reveal of info, making it so they couldn't bring the Ray in that situation. Because you can see once, you know, Crimson knew that the opposing Rayquaza couldn't protect bait, they just led with their stuff. They're like, oh, if you're vested, that means your set does this, and it can't stop this. Like, immediate lead Feeny with the potential to Incineroar switch into the Intimidate. You can't block Fake Outs, you can't block Icy Winds. Like, I had that in the bag. So maybe next time, you know, don't reveal that info.